Guideline number 13. Incident documentation. Agencies should establish policies and procedures for documenting crowd management and civil disobedience incidents. True documentation is a key element which supports not only criminal investigation and prosecution but also gives an account of law enforcement's response to an event. Documentation should begin as soon as possible. This incident documentation should submitted right away because we have a motto, time is gold, right? This incident documentation should be submitted right away, like 72 hours, because if we're not gonna submit in 72 hours, the proof will gonna weaken. Additionally, proper documentation can aid law enforcement in anticipation of potential civil litigation. It can be easy to judge if you have the proper documentation and proper telling of your anecdote. The extent of documentation is based on the resources available to an agency. Several types of documentation can be used. Agencies should evaluate existing documentation methods and the need for additional resources. You can extend your documentation based on available resources. If the area have a CCTV footage, you can request another copy to have a proof, This is the method used for documentation. Still photography, audio recording, video recording, written log journal, reports, and it includes action reports, media reports footage, communication and dispatch tapes printouts. The sample subjects to be documented: public disruption, property damage, injuries, collective and individual behavior, individual arrest, individual action, use of force, physical evidence. My reflection to this topic is ready for unexpected situations like the scenario for property damage or any incidents that happened. And remember this 3W plus 2H technique for incident documentation. For 3H, we have when, what, where. And for 2H, we have how much and how. And always remember this motto: think safe, act safe, and be safe, everyone. Guideline number 14. Training for managing crowds and civil disobedience. Agencies should establish procedures for training law enforcement command and line members in managing crowd and civil disobedience situations. It is important for agencies to prepare for incidents through training and simulation exercises. Command personnel needs to understand resources, operating strategies, capabilities, force options, and limitations of forces as well as law and policies. Operational personnel also needs to understand the law, policies, tactics, and mission objections. Officer discipline is an essential component in successfully managing crowds and civil disobedience. Discipline is achieved through regular training in the areas of tactical, fundamental, and First Amendment right issues. Training should not be a single incident occurrence, rather a continual process. Training should be presented in dynamic, relevant, and realistic format. For this topic, this guideline states that agencies should be prepared to various types of crowds and recognize behavior patterns. 18 types of training for this topic for managing crowds and civil disobedience. Number 1, agency policies and procedures. Number 2, case and statutory law. Number 3, basic course. Number 4, continuing professional training. Number 5, arrest and control techniques. Number 6, team arrest techniques. Number 7, mass arrest techniques. Number 8, baton impact weapon techniques. Number 9, non-lethal chemical agents. Number 10, less lethal munitions, special impact munitions. Number 11, law enforcement, SEMS, ICS. Number 12, incident command post and field exercise. Number 13, media relations. Number 14, mutual aid. Number 15, command decision making. Number 16, supervisory leadership. Number 17, tactical decision making. And not but not the least, number 18, crowd dynamics. My reflection to this topic is this guideline is intended for law enforcement agencies to consider when addressing the broad range of issues related to the crowd management and civil disobedience.